Do you want to know some tips and tricks on finishing off your vinyl plank flooring? This is how we do it. So at this point, you've got the vinyl flooring laid. If you don't have that yet, we've got other videos with tips and tricks on how to do that. Do yourself a favor and get one of these floor cutting saws. I wouldn't want to do a flooring job without it. I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out. So we'll get to the finishing touches in just a minute, but I did want to bring up a couple little things that I mentioned in the previous videos, but I wanted to touch on it briefly again. You want to make sure when you're putting your boards up to the wall that you only have 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch gap from the wall. So that's why you use this pull bar to get yourself as close as you possibly can. That way, when you put baseboards or quarter round down, it's going to cover the end of those boards. Now let's get into the finishing touches. We need to address the transition from carpet to LVP in this closet. Now the door closes on the outside of this door jamb, so we want to make sure we cut the carpet back to the middle of that jamb or behind it a little bit, so that when that transition piece is put down, it is not sticking out in front of the door where you can see it outside the closet. For this one, I'm going to be using flex glue. I've never used it before. I just happened to pick this up on clearance and figured why not give it a shot. I usually would use something like liquid nails or Gorilla construction adhesive to put the transition pieces down onto concrete. But I'm going to give this a shot since this is my house, and I'm going to see how it turns out. Now, what we're doing is putting the glue down, and there's actually a track that goes down that the transition piece will snap into. So we're going to glue that down. You want to make sure that it's straight all the way across so that your transition strip does not run crooked. Now I ended up having to cut the carpet back a little bit more to make this work, but it's going to work just fine. Now, this piece here obviously doesn't want to fit under the casing. This is another pro tip so that you can run that under the casing and have a nice professional look. You take a scrap piece of flooring and you take your oscillating tool and you use that as a template. You just set the oscillating tool on top of that scrap piece and it gives you the exact height that you need to cut. And you use that, you cut it out, and you even go back further on the door jamb so that you go back to the transition piece. But you can see that slides right under there. It's going to give it a nice finished look. So because that transition is going to be back in the doorway a little bit, we're going to go ahead and cut that out further back. So this piece, when we notch it out for this cut, it will slide all the way up under there, and there will be no need for any ugly caulking or trying to make some kind of trim work there. You just undercut that and the board slides right underneath it. You can use a pry bar or a flathead screwdriver to kind of pull that out. But now you can see once we have this cut, it's going to slide up under there and hide it. So the easiest way for me is I'll put the piece up and I will mark it to where it's going to slide up under the jamb when I cut it. And then I will take another mark on the side so that when I notch it out, it's going to go all the way up under the casing as well. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just getting these marks. They don't have to be measured. You just kind of eyeball those. If you want to measure them, you can. I don't. But you can mark that, you cut that out, and that notch will slide right up under there so we have a nice finished look. And bingo. So now you can see we don't need to mess with any kind of fancy trimming or any caulking. And once that transition piece is notched out and put down, it is under the door when the door is closed, and it turned out great. The next thing we're going to look at is the finishing of the rest of the flooring. So once you have everything in place, you do need a little bit of trim to cover those edges. Like I said before, you're going to be about 1/8 to a 1/4 inch off of the baseboard or the wall. Now we didn't pull the baseboards for this, so we went ahead and cut 1/4 round and put that down for a nice finished look. Hopefully these tips are helpful to you. We'll see you next time.